Today, we are talking about one of the most misunderstood and honestly the most misleading offices in Texas politics, the Texas Railroad Commission. Now, despite the name, this office actually has nothing to do with railroads anymore. Why am I not surprised? So, quick history lesson, because this part really matters. The Texas Railroad Commission was created back in 1891, and at that time, it did regulate railroads. Its original purpose was to stop railroad companies from price gouging farmers and small towns. But over the 1900s, railroad regulations slowly moved to the federal level, and the Texas lawmakers kept assigning new responsibilities to the Railroad Commission, mainly related to oil, gas, pipelines, and energy production. Eventually, railroad oversight was removed altogether, but the name was never changed. So today, the Texas Railroad Commission has almost zero investment with trains and enormous power over Texas' energy industry. Now, if you're wondering who actually regulates railroads, that's mostly handled by federal agencies like the Federal Railroad Administration, with some coordination at the state level through the Texas Department of Transportation. Now, here's where it gets important, because the name Texas Railroad Commission makes voters think that this office is about trains. So a lot of people just tune out, assuming it doesn't affect them. But in reality, this commission regulates oil and gas drilling, pipelines and natural gas utilities, fracking and surface mining, and environmental enforcement tied to energy production. That misleading name, it hides the true scope of its power. It keeps public attention low and reduces scrutiny of one of the most powerful regulatory bodies in Texas. If this office were called something like Texas Energy and Resources Commission, people would immediately understand what's at stake: energy prices, land use, water safety, and environmental impact. But it hasn't been renamed. And that confusion, it benefits the industries this commission regulates. The people who run this agency are called Texas Railroad Commissioners. There are 3 commissioners elected statewide to 6-year staggered terms, which is rare for an office with this much regulatory authority. Stay tuned, because in my next videos, I will break down who currently holds these seats, who's running for Railroad Commissioner, and what their policies mean for Texas, communities, landowners, and families. If you're new here, be sure to scroll back for my other Texas ballot breakdowns and follow along as we continue covering the remaining statewide races.